Wendy Williams did an interview with the Breakfast Club podcast that aired on Thursday. However, when the interview ended, both Wendy and her niece, Alex Feeney, said that Williams' conservator might punish her for speaking out about her treatment. They believe that her court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, would punish Wendy by keeping her from seeing her own father. Here's what Wendy believes will happen in retaliation for her telling her side of the story. Wendy Williams' faithful conservator will block her access to Dad. Wendy Williams had a lot to say in her interview about her treatment at the hands of her court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey. Her conservator said that Williams, who was worth tens of millions of dollars, is now broke. All of Williams's money disappeared when Sabrina took over as her conservator. Wells Fargo Bank, which was in control of her finances, has reportedly asked a judge to report on Wendy's safety after the money disappeared, via page 6. Williams said in the interview that her money is in prison. She said that she has been locked away with elderly people and isn't allowed a phone or computer to reach out to anyone for help. She also said that she is suffering from emotional abuse at the hands of Morrissey. While her niece Alex Finney was on the call with her, the niece said that there were certain things they couldn't talk about because of the legal situation they were involved in. Wendy's family is trying to get her out of Morrissey's control. However, they feel that Morrissey is someone who will punish Wendy for speaking out, and that will harm her chances of seeing her dad. Wendy Williams' dad is about to turn 94. Wendy Williams' father is about to celebrate his 94th birthday in Miami next month. According to Wendy and Alex, the interview with Wendy detailing how she is being abused and held captive could come back to hurt her. However, they both felt it was worth it to get the information out there. They said that Sabrina Morrissey might punish Wendy for speaking out. They said she could prevent Wendy from seeing her dad for his 94th birthday. The two also feel Morrissey will keep Wendy from getting a chance even to call him on his birthday to get back at her for the interview. Alex flew into New Jersey to see Wendy, and Morrissey wouldn't allow them to see each other in person. The conservator only allowed them to speak on the phone. They also mentioned in the interview that Morrissey won't allow Wendy to have any contact with her father. What are your thoughts on the Wendy Williams situation? Are you surprised she has been kept from speaking to her own father? Let us know in the comments below. Wendy Williams discusses her treatment in a revealing interview. Wendy Williams recently appeared on the Breakfast Club podcast, where she opened up about her experiences under the control of her court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey. The interview, which aired on Thursday, shed light on the troubling dynamics of Wendy's conservatorship and the potential repercussions she faces for speaking out. Concerns over retaliation from her conservator. Following the interview, both Wendy and her niece, Alex Feeney, expressed fears that Morrissey might retaliate against Wendy for sharing her story. They believe that one possible form of punishment could involve restricting Wendy's access to her father, who is nearing his 94th birthday. This concern highlights the emotional toll that the conservatorship has taken on Wendy, as she longs to maintain a connection with her family during this challenging time. Wendy's financial struggles. During the podcast, Wendy revealed that her financial situation has drastically changed since Morrissey became her conservator. Once worth tens of millions of dollars, Wendy now claims to be broke, with her funds reportedly disappearing under Morrissey's management. Wells Fargo Bank, which previously managed Wendy's finances, has raised alarms about her safety and has asked a judge to investigate the circumstances surrounding her financial decline. Wendy described her money as being in prison, emphasizing her feelings of isolation and helplessness. She shared that she has been living in a facility with elderly individuals and has been denied access to a phone or computer, making it nearly impossible for her to reach out for help. This lack of communication has left her feeling trapped and vulnerable. Allegations of emotional abuse. In addition to her financial woes, Wendy spoke about the emotional abuse she believes she is experiencing at the hands of her conservator. While her niece Alex was on the call during the interview, they both acknowledged that there were certain topics they could not discuss due to the ongoing legal situation. Wendy's family is actively working to free her from Morrissey's control, but they fear that speaking out could lead to further repercussions. Is set to celebrate his 94th birthday in Miami next month, and both Wendy and Alex are concerned that Morrissey may prevent Wendy from seeing him or even calling him on his special day. The emotional weight of this situation is palpable, as Wendy's desire to connect with her father is overshadowed by the fear of retaliation from her conservator. Alex recently traveled to New Jersey to visit Wendy, but Morrissey only permitted them to communicate via phone, denying them the opportunity for an in-person reunion. This restriction further illustrates the extent of control that Morrissey exerts over Wendy's life, including her relationships with family members. The revelations from Wendy's interview have sparked a conversation about the ethics of conservatorships and the treatment of individuals under such arrangements. Many listeners are left questioning how someone can be kept from communicating with their own family, especially during significant life events like a birthday. As the situation unfolds, fans and supporters of Wendy Williams are encouraged to share their thoughts and feelings about her circumstances. The hope is that by bringing attention to her plight, Wendy may find the support she needs to regain her independence and reconnect with her loved ones. In conclusion, Wendy Williams' interview has opened a window into the challenges she faces under her conservatorship. The fears of retaliation from her guardian, the financial struggles she endures, and the emotional toll of being separated from her family all paint a troubling picture. As Wendy continues to navigate this difficult chapter in her life, the public's support and awareness may play a crucial role in her journey toward freedom and healing. Wendy Williams, the iconic television host and media personality, recently made headlines with her candid interview on the Breakfast Club podcast. The episode, which aired on Thursday, provided a rare glimpse into Wendy's life under the control of her court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey. As the conversation unfolded, both Wendy and her niece, Alex Feeney, expressed deep concerns about the potential repercussions Wendy might face for speaking out about her treatment. One of the most alarming aspects of the interview was the fear that Wendy and Alex articulated regarding Morrissey's possible retaliation. They believe that Wendy's openness about her experiences could lead to punitive measures, particularly in terms of her access to her father, who was approaching his 94th birthday. This fear underscores the emotional strain that Wendy is under, as she grapples with the desire to share her truth, while also protecting her familial relationships. Wendy's financial situation has become a focal point of her struggles. During the podcast, she revealed that her once thriving fortune, estimated in the tens of millions, has dwindled to nothing since Morrissey took over as her conservator. The stark reality of her financial decline has raised serious questions about the management of her assets. Reports indicate that Wells Fargo Bank, which previously oversaw Wendy's finances, has sought judicial intervention to assess her safety and well-being after noticing the alarming disappearance of her funds. Wendy's description of her money being in prison paints a vivid picture of her feelings of entrapment. She elaborated on her living conditions, stating that she has been confined to a facility with elderly residents, stripped of her ability to communicate freely with the outside world. The lack of access to a phone or computer has left her feeling isolated and powerless, further exacerbating her emotional distress. In addition to her financial woes, Wendy spoke candidly about the emotional abuse she believes she is enduring at the hands of her conservator. The interview revealed a troubling dynamic, as Wendy described feeling controlled and manipulated. While her niece Alex was present during the conversation, they both acknowledged the limitations imposed by their legal situation, which prevented them from discussing certain details. This highlights the complexity of Wendy's circumstances and the challenges her family faces in advocating for her freedom. As Wendy's father's 94th birthday approaches, the stakes have never been higher. Both Wendy and Alex expressed their concerns that Morrissey might prevent Wendy from seeing her father or even calling him on his special day. The emotional weight of this situation is profound, as Wendy's longing to connect with her father is overshadowed by the fear of retaliation from her conservator. The thought of being unable to celebrate such a significant milestone with her family is a heartbreaking reality for Wendy. Alex's recent trip to New Jersey to visit Wendy further illustrates the extent of Morrissey's control.